Hi mamas! I know that most people are probably at work right now or playing with their kiddos on summer vacation. So I know that a lot of you probably won't see this during its live feed, but the video will stay on KissableMommas forever. So you can feel free to jump on and rewatch it at any time. The reason why I wanted to jump on live today is that I've been all over KissableMomma talking about our cosmetic line and how much I am in love with our ShadowSense. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what the product was like, really, give you a proper introduction to it and let you see what it's like to work with it, what it's like to play with it, the color payoff, the blendability and everything. I mean, it's so amazing. It's wonderful. But by showing you little pictures, I felt like I wasn't doing it justice. So as I've been saying, SeneGence, which is the company that produces lip scents as well, SeneGence has an entire cosmetic line. So today I'm going to show you our ShadowSense. I already have a full face on of our Make Sense foundation. I've already obviously done my contour and I'm wearing my lip scents because we all know how much I love it. I am wearing Cappuccino today with a glossy gloss. I just decided to go with a semi-nude look since I am doing, I really just wanted the emphasis on my eyes today. I did this eye look for a couple of my distributor friends yesterday and everybody really liked it, but the look that I'm doing can go well with any skin tone, with any eye shape. These are really just some of our best neutral colors to give you a really great payout. I don't want to do something that is only going to look good on brown eyes or only going to look good on this particular skin tone. So we do also have a very specific eyeliner, and then we have a very specific product for your brows called Brow Sense, and it does not move. It's so wonderful, but both of those products really deserve to have their own videos, their own emphasis on a different day. Today I'm only going to be talking about our ShadowSenses. So because of that, I'm going to use our ShadowSense for both my eyebrows and my eyeliner. And if nothing else, all that's going to tell you is the versatility of this product. It's just amazing. I showed you guys a picture yesterday of some of the swatches that I had on my hand. That garnet is still there. That is ShadowSense. These are our lip senses, but that is ShadowSense. That is 2 showers after it was applied. Plus, we all know I have a million babies, so how many times have I changed diapers? So, I mean, this product, it really does stay. It's not going to stay the same way that your lip sense will, but unless you get underwater and really just start scrubbing it off, it's staying put. So, and Mandy, you're so adorable. If I could look like you, I would die a happy woman. So you're so cute for saying that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right in. I'm going to do my brows first. Like I said, I already have my face done, but I wanted to show you ladies, we all know the brows frame the face. I will give a disclaimer that I like a bold brow. So this is not going to be a very natural, I woke up like this. I didn't, we all can see that. So I am going to be I'm using a flat top brush. You can see how thin it is. This one is just a 212 by MAC. You do not have to use MAC brushes. I just have them left over from when I used to work there years ago. Like, these brushes are pretty old, but that also means that they've lasted, so that's really good. Our ShadowSense come in the very same type of tube as our lip sense does. So the nice thing about that, I want you to pay attention to what size of tube this is and how little product I use, because not only is that going to show you the color payoff, but it's also going to show you how long these are going to last, because honestly with these, the littlest amount goes a really far way. Look at all my flyaways. I'm amazing today. Okay, so again, I use a flat top brush. I know that a lot of people really like an angled brush to do their brows, but I really like, that look is kind of in right now where we do like the very straight line underneath, and this brush just helps me do that. So also another disclaimer, I am going to be doing all of my makeup in my forward facing camera. So because of that, it's a little awkward watching me. I don't have a mirror in front of me or anything, so there's that. So I am going to use our Garnet Color ShadowSense. Again, it is a cream to powder formula. When I open it, you'll see that again, it is the exact same type of applicator. You will get your cream on an applicator just like this. And all I do is I use the applicator and I touch my brush against the applicator. I just dab the product right on there. And then I work that right into my brows. I give myself a little tail first. And then don't worry, that line will not stay that bold. Because what I do is I draw myself a little picture to fill in. And then I start coloring because I'm a child. And I apologize for the silence when I'm actually doing it, but we both know like it's hard to talk and do it at the same time without moving your face. So I'm going to shape the front and just work that top a bit. And voila! That brow will stay until tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna wash it off tonight, but if I don't ask it to come off, it's not coming off. Liz, I just saw your comment. I'm wearing cappuccino on my lips today with glossy gloss. I just wanted to go for kind of a nude look since we're doing the eyes. And Lauren, you're like the most adorable person ever, so just trying to keep up with you ladies. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my second one. One of the things that I wanted to mention is that, well, I'll mention that in a second, but okay, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and color my tail. Now, have you guys seen that thing all over like Facebook? And I think you pronounce it memes. It's definitely a meme, but it's talking about how like one of your brows went to Harvard, and, like vacations in Bora Bora and is making partner at the firm, and then the other one is like, you know, jobless and homeless and everything. Like that's my brows. Like this is my Harvard brow, and this is my slick, for sure. No disrespect to slick. I went there for a semester. Okay, so. And then I saw a really funny meme the other day. I will post it on my site later. Maybe I'll post it as like a comment on this. And it has horses. And that kind of makes it even better because they're ridiculous. You guys will laugh, I promise. So. And one thing I want you to notice is I'm still using the same product off of my same wand. So I'm just dabbing as I go. I'm not putting too much product on the brush in the beginning, or else that's when you end up looking sad. So I'm just gonna start building this brow so that it will match my other, even though following the other saying, how many sayings are there about brows? There's a lot. But the other saying where brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, it drives me crazy because I'm a perfectionist, so I want my brows to for sure be twins. But that's life. So really, I'm just working that product in. Evening out some lines. And then I'm gonna bring this a little bit straighter on the inside. My brows are definitely not shaped the same. And then you like how I'm live on Facebook right now, and look at this, like I probably should have gotten an eyebrow wax, but Mama's a little busy, so we'll save the grooming tips for another day. All right, so those are my brows, and voila! So see how easy that product is to work with, especially if you're not doing as bold of a brow as what I tend to work with. It's just the easiest ever. So, you only have about 3 minutes of playtime with our ShadowSense, because like I said, it is a cream to powder formula, and once it dries, it's dry. It's permanent. It's, you know, it's gonna stay. The blendability of it is so easy. Even after it's dried, you can blend in other colors and whatnot. But if you have any harsh lines when it dries, those are gonna be really tough to work with. So I would strongly advise you not to make the same mistake that I've made in the past, which is like, oh, my phone just went off. Let me, you know, instant message with people for a while and do this, that, and the other thing, and then come back to it. And you look a little silly after that. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a day like that. So I am going to now do my lid now that my brows are done. And I'm going to stick with the same product, the same ShadowSense in Garnet. And I wanted to do this look so I could show you again how versatile even one product can be. So when I'm using it, the way that I'm going to apply it is I am just going to take the applicator itself. I'm going to take the very tip of it, and I am going to do a couple dots right in the crease. Now, do you see how those are not heavy dots? You cannot see any sort of excess product, but look at how little I used. I'm just gonna take a fluffy blending brush, and I am going to start working that product into my crease. Again, the reason that I'm doing this specific look is because anybody can wear these colors, and anybody can do this shape on their eyes. I have really funny eyes. I do not have a crease. If you look at this eye, look at how flat it is. I do not have a crease. And so I have to give myself the illusion of a crease. I also, as you'll see later, give myself the illusion that I have even eyes, because my eyes are not even at all. So see how I'm blending this in, and I've really only been working with it for what, maybe 60 seconds? And look at the difference in the colors between my crease and my brow. Depending on how you apply it and how you work with it, it's going to give you so many different options. I even have a dear friend whose mother just purchased this to use as a liner, and I'll show the way that you're going to use it later, but you could use, seriously, one tube in one color for 3 different products if you like brown liner. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Oh, another thing that I wanted to point out really quick is, notice that I spent the majority of my time blending this top line rather than down here, because I am going to go in with another color on my lid. So we're just gonna do the same thing that we just did. We're gonna do our little dots. And we are going to use our same fluffy brush. I was telling some of the girls that I did this with yesterday that I've never gone live before that. And I don't know if any of you ladies have, but you kind of feel crazy because I'm sitting here all by myself talking as if you are all in the room with me. which isn't such a bad thing because we all know I have 3 insanely cute but crazy little boys. And so I don't really get to talk to females all that much. So it's kind of fun to talk makeup even if you're not actually here talking with me. So feel free to start commenting. We'll just chat that way. Anyways, so I have blended that in. Again, notice that it took maybe 60 seconds to do. And look at that color payoff from such a small amount of product. So now, what I'm going to do is I am going to use our ShadowSense in Mocha Java Shimmer. And what that's gonna give me, Garnet is more of a matte color, which is great because then you can use it for your eyebrows. But this Mocha Java Shimmer, it's gorgeous. It's a very neutral color, but it's going to have enough shimmer in it that this portion of your eyelid that you see, it gives you a little bit of shine. It's the illusion of being awake. It's not sparkly. It's just gonna give you a little bit of that, the dimension to your eye. So I'm gonna take this and I am just gonna go, just like I did before, I'm just gonna do a couple dots. And one of the things I like with the lid is you have your option. I'm gonna use another fluffy topped brush again, and I'm just gonna start working that right in. And what it's gonna do is it gives me a neutral enough color that it almost looks like my skin tone, but it's got some shimmer in there. So it really starts making that crease look real, look like I have some sort of depth to my eye. It's all a trick. It's all smoke and mirrors. But my husband loves me, so. Okay. So, now I've got that worked in. And look at how well those colors blend with each other. All of these colors play so well. I believe it was Heather. Heather, I'm calling you out, but I'm pretty sure it was, who was questioning the quality in comparison with like Urban Decay or MAC. I have been huge on both of those for years and years and years. And one of the things that I said when I initially launched this line on KissableMomma was I said, one of the big differences, because the price point on all of those products is very similar to this price point. The difference is with this, you don't have to use any primers and you don't have to use any setting sprays. Once this is set, this is set. See, I knew it, Heather. I knew I remembered. So yeah, you don't have to spend extra money on extra products and you don't have to sit there and tote around extra products. So that's really nice. So that's all I'm doing with the Mocha Java Shimmer. See how I've given myself just a really great transitional color to work up into my crease. And as I open my eyes, you can see a little bit of that shimmer. So it just makes me look more awake. And like I wasn't up posting at 2 a.m. So we're gonna keep going from there. And I am going to give myself a bit of a highlight under my brow. This color is gorgeous. This is called Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. And no, Heather, this does not come with brushes. However, some of the brushes that you've seen me use, like the initial flat top brush that I used, that was a 212 from MAC. The 2 brushes that you just saw me use were drugstore brand. You can use any brushes with this. And also that does bring up a good question, which is, if this color stays so well on your skin, what does it do to your brushes? It still cleans off easy. I use baby shampoo to clean all of my brushes. I know that a lot of companies make a lot of money off of selling you brush cleaners, but honestly, baby shampoo is the best because it's gentle on the brush hair, but it thoroughly cleans it, and it does not make them like stiff or hard to work with, because you don't want it to change the finish of your brushes. So good question, Heather. No, it does not come with the brushes, but if anything, I think that's a good thing, because then it gives you the freedom to work with the brushes that you are comfortable with. So this color, this is our Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. It's the exact same formulation. If you are more fair skinned, if your skin tone is lighter, then you can actually use Sandstone Pearl Shimmer for what I just used, Mocha Java Shimmer, all over my lid. I've seen that on so many people. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I actually tried to imitate it. Looked a little silly because it is so, it's so much lighter than what my skin tone is, but it, again, works to my benefit because now I get to use it as an under brow bone highlight. It does have that little shimmer to it. And I'm just gonna work a little bit in. Notice how small those dots are. And it goes a really far way. Do not be heavy-handed with this one. And also, like this brush that I'm about to use, this is Kirkland. This is from Costco, that big, massive brush set that they sell. So I'm gonna start working that in right under my brow bone. I am not gonna go all the way side to side. This is just meant to be a highlight for under your arch. Well, for the purpose of this look today. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, because I am all in favor of whatever's going to make you feel gorgeous. But see how we just work that in? And as you turn, it's going to give you a bit of a shimmer. I realize how awkward that motion just was, but it helps you see. So, and then I'm going to do it on the other side. Again, you don't want to be heavy-handed with this or any type of sparkle or shimmer or exceptionally light product. So we're going to work that in. While we're all having a little party here, I will specify that I am under no false impression that I'm like a pro at this or anything like that. That's not the purpose of this video, is, you know, oh yeah, you know, I'm giving you like a tutorial on how to use your makeup. I want to show you how to use the products and how versatile they are. So this is definitely more of showing you how to work with our awesome products. But because I am no type of like beauty guru or anything like that, like my lighting is not going to be what one of theirs is, or my picture quality or anything like that. This is just for fun. This is just us girls or some guys. I'm not even hating. Okay, so another fun thing that we can do with some of the products, a lot of people do use the Sandstone Pearl Shimmer for this, but this product, it's called our Silver Shine. This product scared me when I first got it, because I don't know if you can see in this camera, but do you see how it almost looks glittery? The really good thing about this product is that you can add it over anything, and all it does is add shine to it. That's all it does. Like if I put a little dab over that swatch of garnet, see how small that is, and I'm going to start dabbing it in. I say dab so much when I'm doing this. I apologize. We'll come up with like a better word. But look at how it just added some shimmer to that. It added some shine to it. So again, you know I'm all about mixing products and getting a bigger bang for your buck. So you could get some of our more matte colors and just get one of these instead of having to get several of the more shimmery products. You could get one of the Silver Shine and add that in, so you can turn a matte product into a shine product. But one of the things that I really like using this for is, again, we all know that I'm a little tired. My 8-year-old Brody, he says to me earlier, he was like, Mom, do you know what you would love so much about if you were a baby? And I said, what? And he said, you can nap as long as you want. And I was like, you get me. So, okay, so I'm gonna dab this right into my inner corner. And just dab it with my pinky. You do not need a brush for this. I mean, you can, and if you were going to use a brush, I don't have one here with me, but if you were gonna use a brush, just use like a pencil top brush. But look at the difference between those two. I see how it just gave me a little bit of shimmer in that inner corner. It just gives you the illusion of being awake and vibrant and all of that fun stuff. All right, so now what we're gonna do is my favoriteest thing in the world, which is eyeliner. I don't think that she's on here right now, but Jenny, this is for you. Okay, so this is ShadowSense in Onyx. Onyx, these are our KissableMommas. You two are gonna get along really well. So, Onyx is a ShadowSense. It is not a liner. It is my favorite liner that I've ever used. Well, my favorite product that I've used as a liner. I would put this up next to Max Fluid Line. I would put this up next to Maybelline actually has a really, really good gel liner. I know it's drugstore and everything, but it's really good. The color payoff of this, you'll see in just a minute, is amazing. The amount of product that you have to use, you use less product putting on your eyeliner than you even did with the crease here. And again, at the size of this tube, it's going to last forever. Also, I have played with this for a smoky eye, and girl, it is so good because it's such a deep black. It's not going to give you, you know when you're starting to apply a black and it just starts to kind of gray out and it's not a true deep black as night black. I'm going off and I'm pretty sure you guys all get what I'm saying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply this using the same method that we've been using all of the rest of our brushes. Okay, so I am going to use just an angled brush. I know most people use this for their brows, but it's your perfect liner brush. This is a 266 from MAC. Again, same brushes from like back in the day. You do not have to use this one. You can go get out and get yourself a $1 e.l.f. brush and it's gonna do the same thing. And the reason why it's gonna do the same thing is I'm gonna take my applicator and I am going to dab my brush. There we go, we're dabbing again. Dab my brush on the end. And then what I'm gonna do, and it may be a little bit hard to see, so I'm actually gonna take the very ends of it, of my brush, and see how I'm actually brushing the ends against it. And the reason I'm doing that is the product itself is binding the hairs together a little bit better. So look at how fine lined that is. So it's just gonna give me the option to work with as thin of a line as I want, but also you want the end of your wing to be sharp. So I am gonna start, and again, the angles on this are so wonderful, but you'll appreciate it, I promise. So we're gonna start at the end. Give ourselves a little flick. Once I start my wing, I never again go back up to the end of it. The reason why is because the more product you add right there, the more blunt your line is going to end up, and we want a sharp wing. For anybody who does not like a wing, that same flat top brush that I did with my brows, that is gonna give you the easiest application for just over your lid, honestly. Like, it's all about using your brushes and how you're gonna get the finish that you want. So we're just gonna do a line along our lash line. And then instead of leaving this, do you see how that just, it doesn't have a really nice flow to it? Like, I'm not the type that, I don't like the eyeliner that goes like a whale. I do like it to kind of blend. That's my personal preference. And it's also best for my eye shape. So if it works for you, do you. But So that's what I like to do, is just kind of merge that in a little bit better. But look at how black that is. And that line, I guarantee you, will be there tomorrow. Guaranteed. Got a little bit on my inner corner. But that's a good opportunity to show you guys, when you apply it, as long as you work with it right away, it's like it never happened. Okay, so we are gonna do the other eye. Now, here's where a little tip comes in for me. So I probably should have shown you at the beginning of the video, but my lid on this eye is shorter from my crease, like that little line right there that I've got since I've got hooded eyes. That amount of lid is shorter than this amount of lid. Do you see how my eyes are uneven that way? Not like horribly, I mean, I'm not like, but so what I do to combat that sounded much more intense and serious than it needed to be, is I do a thicker line on this side, but I make it so it's not an obviously thick line. So again, with our tail, and I never go up as far. And now remember, I'm still adding, like when you see me adding more product onto my brush, it's the same amount of product that was originally on the applicator. I'm not adding more product from the tube onto the applicator. So do you see how I'm way more liberal with that line than I was with that line? But you'll see in my end result that it just makes my eyelids look even. So we just merge those lines in. And color this in. And look at how deep that black is. Oh, I love it. And the lighting is making it look, because my window is right there, so the lighting is making it look like this is not as... I'm just gonna bring that, because did you notice how the end of this wing was longer than that wing? So, and I'm gonna merge that in. I should probably stop saying merge. Makes me feel anxious, like I'm in traffic. So there are my top, and see how, because that line, I did it thicker, see how now it looks like there's an even amount of lid over both lashes. So that's just something I've had to learn for me over the years. So this part is what knocked my socks off as well when it came to the liner, is I use this liner for my waterline, and it stays all day. It does not bleed down. And my eyes, I have really, really watery eyes, and it does not come off. You guys saw a really ugly picture of me that I posted after swimming last week. And look at my waterline. And you'll see that even after having gone swimming, this stays on your waterline. So that liner is going to stay all day long. I love it. I love Onyx so much. I feel like Onyx and Garnet are like my little twin babies that I could never choose between. So, well, given a choice, I would go with Onyx because I can do a lined eye with no shadow and feel confident as long as I have my lip sense. Lip sense is still my baby. So I'm just gonna clean off my brush a little bit, and then we will start on lashes. Okay, so we have a two-step mascara system. Now I know that there is, and without naming names, but you all know who I'm talking about, there's a company out there that has a two-step system that is supposed to build volume and length. The problem that I have with that product is that it flakes off everywhere, even though they say as long as you do the last coat of your own mascara, it doesn't. This is just every single person I've ever known that has used it has said the same thing. Now, with ours, you don't have that issue. Now, when I first got my LashSense, I only got the mascara because the UnderSense, which is the initial coat, it was out of stock at the time. So I still got the LashSense and I used it, and I liked it. I loved how waterproof it is. But as far as the application, it just wasn't anything to write home about. And I'm sure that it's because of the brush that I'm not thrilled with. And in a second, I'll tell you an option for that. But I still loved how waterproof it was. My lower lashes are really long, but they hit the top of my cheek right there just because of the shape of my eyes. So I always get that really ugly mascara line down there. And that has never happened with this. It is waterproof as waterproof as waterproof, but it does not clump together. You know how when you're using a waterproof mascara and your eyelashes start like this and they end up like that, and then you have spider eyes? This does not do that. So I love that about it. But once I got my UnderSense and I put that on first, it made my eyelashes so soft, so fluffy. It builds volume for days. I love our UnderSense. I love it. Now, let me show you the difference between the brushes, because most of you ladies know that your brush is going to tell you how your lashes are gonna look. That's why if you have like a really, really thin, detailed brush, it's going to bring every single little baby lash out, but it's not necessarily gonna build volume. That's more for like a very precise lash look. With this is our LashSense wand, and I do love that it's tapered because it's going to grab every little baby lash on there, and that's wonderful. It also gives you, some better angles to work with when you're applying. But our UnderSense, and I like a really, really thick lash. Like, I love voluminous lashes. Voluminous? I like a really dramatic lash, we'll say that. So look at this brush, and that brush is what's going to give you that type of lash. So what I'm gonna do is, when my UnderSense eventually runs out in 78 years, because you'll see how little goes such a long way, when it does run out, I'm gonna use this brush in my LashSense. I'm gonna cheat, and that way I'm gonna get the finish that I want with the formula that I love. All about working my products. So we'll start with our UnderSense, and I am so sorry for this angle because, again, with the cute YouTubers and their cute little setups where you don't have to look at awkward angles, and I am not about that life because that is not what I do for a living. I am a mama, and I love my SeneGence and my LipSense. And that's it. I am not a YouTuber, I'm not a beauty guru, nothing. So I don't need like a big professional setup, but at the same time, I do need to apologize for showing you guys my nose like this. Oh, we love it. But if you can't be goofy, what can you be, right? My little sister, Tiffany, who most of you know and love and adore, we once had an entire FaceTime session like this, just for fun, because that's what we do. We goof around, and horrified my 8-year-old. He thought that we were the biggest dorks ever. I personally like 2 coats. You don't need them, and I do not know anybody who says that they need 2 coats of UnderSense, but it's what I'm used to. And I also use UnderSense on my lower lash line. I only use one coat. I do that because, like I said before, I have very flat lashes. I have really long lashes, but I have really flat lashes. And so if they're going to be super long, I feel like they should be super voluminous. That word is going to get me. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like it's either not a word or I'm saying it wrong. So I apologize in advance. Okay. So you see how like white tipped and 90s I look? Ooh. Okay, so that's my undersense, and now for my lash sense. What I do with my lash sense is I apply my lash sense to, I apply 2 coats to my upper lashes first, and then I go down, because you know how you change angles of your face when you're applying your lashes? If I do a new coat of mascara on my lower lashes, and then I look up to do my upper, then see how they're gonna lay against the bottom of my cheeks. So I'm gonna go like so. Really wiggle it into your roots, just like our mamas all taught us. Well, my mama did. Love you, Panda. I call my mom Panda, and it confuses a lot of people because she's my mama bear, but she's like cuter than a regular bear, so she's a panda bear. But if any of you call her that, we're gonna have words. Okay, my other one, and of course my nose. And you see, you can see from the movement, not from my movement, but how the lashes are moving, you can see that these are soft. I mean, you won't really know that until you use it. But you can see that they're not like, as I'm putting it on, you can see how they're all still flowing, and they're all flowing like your eyelashes flow. I don't know what word I'm using or what word I'm looking for, but you can see how they're like moving. They're not clumping together and moving together like they're stuck. Do you see how like fluffy they all look? And look at how much volume that just gave me, ladies. You saw my lashes when I started, and I know, and one of these days I should put it on for you without liner, because you miss some of the volume in there because I have thick liner behind it. So I promise you I'll do that one of these days. And but who does not love a really thick set of lashes that are not going to flake on your cheeks? It's not going to come off in the pool or when you go to the gym. My, for those of you who don't know, my husband is a trainer, and so when he works me out at the gym, oh, you sweat. He is like, he works you hard, and so I love that it's not like collecting, and it's also not clumping up and everything like that. It's wonderful. So, okay, so now I'm gonna do my lower lash line. And this is like so much better of an angle because then you're not looking up my nose. But you are looking at my ungroomed eyebrow. Look at that. I should really take care of that. Okay, and then other side. And usually it does not take me this long to do my makeup, but I'm sitting here talking to all of you guys, again, like a crazy person, but I'm talking while I'm doing it and I'm explaining products. And so, I have like a cowlick in the middle of my eyelashes. Does anybody else have cowlicks in their lashes? Like I've always just, because I have one over here, you can see that my eyelashes, like they point in different directions there. And I always thought that that was super, super normal. And then I was saying that to a friend the other day and she was like, lashes don't have cowlicks. What are you talking about? So now I feel like they don't. So anyways, okay, so I only do one coat on my underside. So like I was just saying, it usually does not take me that long to do my eyes, but I'm sitting here talking that whole time. But so that is my finished look for the day. You can see that any skin tone would use any of these colors, any eye shape or anything like that. We have a wide range of colors. The post that I put on KissableMomma yesterday has a good range of our example colors on there. We do have even more than that. So let me know if you are looking for a specific color range. But look at the versatility of these products, how many different things you can use them for. I will say, and I know you guys are probably like, enough with the garnet. Garnet is the same color that I use on my eyebrows and then in my crease. I have been contouring with garnet. I've just been putting a little bit, because of the cream to powder formula, I use a little dot of garnet and then I use my Make Sense foundation and I mix it together and then I just work that right into my crease and bam, contour. But anyways, so these products are all so versatile. They're so easy to use and they are permanent. I will post a picture of myself at the end of the day today. And then I will also post a picture of myself. Well, no, I do need to wash my face at the end of the night, but last night I fell asleep without it and I woke up this morning and my eyes looked the exact same as they looked all day yesterday, which is wonderful. So anyways, if you have any questions at all, please reach out, let me know. But I really prefer that you actually put a comment on KissableMomma, because if you are questioning anything, if you have a question about something or a comment to make about anything, other people have the same. Other people are thinking the same things. So help them out and, maybe put me in a position where I can answer their questions as well. So thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you all for, even tuning in later when it's not live. I apologize for the length. We all know how long-winded I am, but I'm super excited for you guys to start learning about some of these products. I will do another live cast about our brow scents later in the week. And then I'll also do another one about our liner scents, which is our actual eyeliner. So anyways, mwah, big kiss from this mama to you.